Hey everyone and welcome back to VFXY once again. So in today's video, we are going to continue our Unreal Material series and we are going to make our third video. So without any delay, let's jump to screen. Okay, so as you can see over here, in last video, we have created few textures and we have created some kind of brick and grunge, and we have also created controller for them as well. And apart from that, we have created a system where we can control our normal pass as well, and you can have a better control on strength of it, right? So what happened if I'm going to change anything over here, like probably I can change it to 1, and you can easily see my moss texture has been changed. And if I have to see changes, then I have to go to apply, and then over here I can see my changes, right? So to bypass it, we have another system called material instancing, right? So how we can do material instancing? It's pretty simple. So if you want to create instance of any material or master material, so what you have to do, just control space bar and you can go over here in master material, and you have to right click over here and create material instance, right? In material instance, you don't need to deal with all kind of nodes. Instead of node, you will have controller in the form of sliders, or value will be there to control any option, right? So just create material instance and keep it in mind, it will automatically call instance. But if you want to rename it, hit F2 and probably I'll do like MI means material instance underscore brick1, something like that. I'm going to call it brick1, right? And if I have to apply it, what I have to do, probably I'll go over here and hold on Alt and drag. So I'll have another duplicate, and on this duplicate probably I'll select it and I'll drag and drop. So there won't be any changes. And if I'm going to double click over here, you can easily see I have only one control of color, right? So if you want more control, so what you have to do, just close it, go to material, and suppose that you want to control your normal strength, right? So what you have to do, you need to right click on any option which you want to use it as a control. You have to right click over here and you need to convert it to parameter and call it normal strength, right? Normal strength. And if I'm going to save it and apply it, and after that, if I'm going control space bar and click on material instance, you will have a parameter called normal strength. And if I'm going to switch it on, and if I'm going to like 5, you can easily see I can change my normal strength from here as well, right? So let me do one thing. Let me convert every parameter which I want to use it as an instance option. So let me do that, and once this is done, I'll come back. Okay, so now I have converted my moss color as a parameter, as well as overall intensity, as brick control, then moss control, then already I am having my normal strength. If I'm going to save it, and after saving, if I'm going to hit control space bar and I'm going to use it, so I have all the controllers, and by using it I can control each and everything like this. So let me go over here, and if I'm going to change, let me minimize it a little bit, and if I'm going to change color like brick color, something like this, so I have all the controls, and you can see in real time I am having my changes as well, right? So after that, if I want to change the overall intensity, probably I want a little darker version of brick, so I can do it as well, something like that. Isn't it great? So whenever you are converting, or whenever you was doing material instance, master material is untouched and you are working on instance of it, right? This is the way how we need to create one master material, and with the help of one master material, you can create multiple instances, and you can change your texture, you can change your color, you can change your intensity and whatnot, right? Okay, so after that, what I want control over UVs, right? I want to repeat UV. Why I need to repeat UV? Suppose that I am having another this thing, and probably I am having a larger scale. So if you can easily see, my brick size is too big. If I have a bigger wall, so brick count will be more, not size, right? So if I want to increase the number of bricks, what I need to do? I need to change its UV, right? So let's do how I can change my UV. So to do that, I need a node called texture coordinate. So in texture coordinate, if I'm going to connect over here in UV, probably I need to connect in each and every texture I have imported so that I can control it in at one time. So over here, you can easily see to see it a better, I'm going to change it as a plane so that I can see it. And if I'm going to change U tiling like x-axis like 5, I can do like this. Can you see that? Or probably I can do this, and let me rotate it. It will be pretty easily visible. And if I'm going to hit 5, so I can change my count of bricks, or I can change count of texture, but I don't want to use it from here. I want to use it as a controller, right? So how I can do that? It's pretty simple. I'm going to take a multiply node, right? Multiply node, and in multiply, I'm going to use one constant, right? And I'm going to connect it. Probably I'll put by default value as a 1, and I'm going to convert it as a parameter, and I'll name it UV tiling, right? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold on control, and I'm going to connect this from here, right? And probably what happened, every connection will be shifted to here. And now if I'm going to control this thing like 5, automatically it will be like calculated, right? So let's do by default 1, and I'm going to save it. And over here, and in my material instance, and probably to do that in a better way, I can create another material instance like this, like right click, create material instance, and probably I'll call it mi underscore brick 2, right? And I'm going to apply my brick 2 over here. And if I'm going to double click on brick 2, I'm having all my options, including UV tile, right? So let's control one by one. Probably I'll control UV tiling itself like 2. Can you see that? So this instance is not getting affected. My master is not getting affected, but only this thing is getting affected. Isn't it great, right? So probably I'll do 3. One more thing we can do as well with the help of UV and all. So if I want my UV to pan a little, right? So that's something we can do it with the help of few nodes as well. So how I can do that? Again, I'm going to take a node called add, hold A and left click, and let's connect A over here. And in A, if I'm going to take another constant, and probably I'll connect it, and let's connect my all connections from here like this, right? And if I'm going to use values like 2, so can you see this thing is moving? So to show it in a better way, I'm going to click 1, and probably I'll right click it and convert to parameter and call it UV position, something like that. And let's save it. And if I'll go over here, double click over here, and if I'm going to change my UV position, you can easily see my UVs are moving, but they are moving in x-axis and y-axis at the same time because I am having only one control, right? So if you want to pan your UV, you can do this setup, but it might possible you need two different controllers for x-axis and y-axis as well. So you can do it pretty easily. How I can do that? Let's go over here, and probably I'm going to take another add node, or before add node, I'm going to take a node called component mask. What component mask will do, with the help of component mask, I can separate my x-axis and y-axis accordingly, right? So I'm going to use red channel only over here, and again same component mask, control D, and probably I'm going to use my green channel because R represents x-axis and green represents y-axis, right? Something like that. And also I'll be needing add node. So hold A and left click. And over here, I'm going to connect this, and probably I can control C, control V, and I can rename it like U position. Only I'm going to use it as a U position, means x-axis position, right? And probably I don't need to connect directly from here, but I can use it as a y-axis as well, and I can rename it like V position only, like this, right? So probably what I need to connect, or I need to merge my x-axis and y-axis. So how I can do that? Let me do that. So I'll be needing a node called append vector. What append vector will do? Append vector will combine my x and combine my y, something like that. And if I'm going to hold on control and click and drag, so this will happen. An error is coming because I have to connect it like this. Now I'm having my U position and V position. So if I'm going to save it like this, and if I'm going to show it to you like something like this, like I'm having my U position. So if I'm going to change it, my only x-axis is moving. You can see over here, if you want to see it in a better way, like this, you can see I'm changing my x position and I'm changing my y position. Can you see that? So by doing this much, you can have a multiple controls over UV and multiple controls of your shader network inside Unreal Engine. So I hope you have learned something new in this video, and by using this technique, you can upgrade yourself for materials or for shader creation inside Unreal Engine. And if you think that this video is helping you, please don't forget to like this video, share this video, and if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe. With this said, this is VFX Vibe signing off. Have a good day.